continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness. Yes? How can I help you, Mr. Judge? Well, it seems that we're to learn the truth. We need to hear your testimony. I have no problem with that. But when you've seen what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown. In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night. The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, my Fay would have to have died. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong. It seems to have succeeded anyway. So that means you really are... Wait a minute! Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fey? Yes? You have a problem with that? Don't give us that nonsense! There's no way! Watch yourself, Wright. If you got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. That's one of my rules. Mr. Godot's correct. And by the way, that's one of my rules as well. To kill Maya? Could it be true? The whole plan began with my dad. You were executed last month, correct? Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant. How did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fay? Last year. She was transferred to state detention center as me. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her. See, that's when you discussed the plan. Are you crazy? At first, that woman was planning to kill me as well, even though I'm her own daughter. Let's make Porphyry the master of crime. She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. That she lost when her younger sister Missy took her place as the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan. A plan, huh? Super plan to install her own daughter as the next master. You're talking about Porphyry, is that correct? Yes. So at first you had high hopes for the two of us. You and your twin sister Iris. That's correct. Unfortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father. Abandoned? The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself. My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple. You mean Iris? Yes. Father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right? And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general. How horrible. Really horrible one was that woman. That bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Porphyry. She was born with an abundance of spiritual power, unfortunately for her. Morgan Fay keep all of her broken hopes and dreams on that poor child's back. All because of her pathetic future of having her blood and become the main family. But for it to work, my Fay would first have to die. Maya would have had to die? But why? For our bloodlines to succeed as the main family. That's making Paul the new master. The remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of.
Objection!
Of course Iris would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya. I'm sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Paul wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Paul. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all. That's ridiculous. She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally the life of Maya Fey as well. How could anyone do that? The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. You were going to kill Maya? I didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was to follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. And I would simply use her body and finish the job. In any case, I'm already dead, and there's nothing any of you can do to me. So the plan was to blame the crime on your younger twin. My sister Iris of Hazuko Temple. She and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally they would think it was Iris that had done it. And the witness in this case was that had none. Sister Bikini. I never would have guessed he was going to attempt to enter her temple that night. But she would have seen Iris' crime anyway. Why did you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she? Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her. Backstabber? You just don't understand. You never will. Anyway. Then that one. It's too quick to see it anyway. Hold it! You think the plan was a success? You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fey is dead. Now the title of the master will pass on to Paul Fey. Objection! That's absurd! Maya's just... She's just trapped! Trapped inside the sacred cavern! Really? You're as fiercely optimistic as ever, aren't you? My darling Feeny. Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you. Your sniveling naivety and your pathetic faith in other people. I just want to know one thing. What did you personally think of Morgan Fey's plan? I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of. If that's how you feel, why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya? You may not understand it, being the kind of gentle soul that you are. You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that. Then tell me, why? Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only act in my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself. My own personal satisfaction. What did you say? So this woman, Dalhia Hawthorne, she had her own reason for wanting Maya dead? You understand why I would kill Maya Fey now? My goal was? Objection! Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself? As I said, then you have the power to punish me anymore. Because I'm already dead. Well, I had the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead. And you can't take revenge against them either. You want to take revenge on someone? I was sentenced to death because of that woman. Mia Fey. I somehow knew this was it. I wanted to send her a message. was at her hands I suffered my first humiliation. I want her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up. And the reason it was impossible was because Mia Fey had already died. Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead. And how do you do that? When the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. I want to take away the person that Mia Fey loved the most. I want to kill her with my own hands. That would be the one and only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey. That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plan. Just for that you would kill Maya? Your own goal was no different than that of Morgan Fey! As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless. Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I already told you. There's not a thing you can do to me. That night, at about 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this ward. I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon-warding hood. Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakura Temple. So, it was at least the Oxen who channeled her after all. That ridiculous headman never noticed a thing. She left Maya Fey at the inner temple and rolled it back, causing her pulled back. What did you do then? That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. And I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and... So then you're saying you stabbed Maya? It's strange, but I don't remember what happened after that. What does that mean? No clear memory. I don't know. I think I was stabbed. You were stabbed? Last minute. Maya Fey must have stabbed me. I'm sure of it. Objection! It's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a French fry with a plastic fork. Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. So I did. I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her. I kept thinking of that until the bitter end. That's where my memory temporarily stops. It stops? I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own two hands. My very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness. You were in the sacred cavern? The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow I had been trapped in there. How did you wind up there? I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead. And I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I had killed her myself. For a ghost, you're one tough cookie. I want to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out. The trick rock stopped you, huh? I didn't know how to remove it. You're actually confined against your will inside the sacred cavern? Yes, I want to get rid of that annoying rock as soon as possible. It wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it. Interrupted? It was early in the morning. Someone came into the training hall. What? Who? Could have been Maya? I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see. Why not? If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself well at the back of the sacred cavern. That morning, when 2 people could have gone into the training hall, Maya had Paws. Paws was there to cover the hang scroll in gravy. Still, I finally managed to move that lock. But it was too late. What do you mean by that? Fires had already started to gather. The flies have already started to gather. The bridge had been fixed and the police had started the investigation, correct? Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cabin and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped. Just then, Lady Luck showed up. Lady Luck? After that big earthquake, she showed up all by herself. The real Iris. She said she'd come to make sure the sacred cavern was alright. Stupid goth! I came out from the sacred cavern and got a feel for the situation. I locked her away in my place. I had finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned the plan had actually succeeded. What do you mean your plan had succeeded? I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me, I had assumed that it was Paul Fay. Well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written in the instructions. But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was... Misty Fay. Pixel book author. What? Well, it's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden, it was her body that was left lying there. Maya Fay. I was able to get her with my own hands after all. And even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human could commit. And that is... matricide. The sin of killing her own mother. No way! Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of this? It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fay. But even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Fay's life was her name then? Your darling little Maya.
Objection!
Ridiculous! That's nonsense! Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's no, even evidence to prove these facts, isn't there? What do you mean? What is this so-called evidence? The fact that my parents disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it? Huh? The idea that she's still in the sacred cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the inner temple, that much is obvious. In that case, there's only one place she could be. Where? Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of the Eagle River. Where else? Eagle River? Maya Fay killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? That's when she threw herself into the Eagle River. This body never left in there and lost forever. So, what do you have to say now, Feeny? Oops. Sorry. That's my phone. What kind of ringtone is that? Get out here. Okay. Thanks. What is something? Was it something important? They just finished removing the locks from the sacred cavern. That's great! What about Maya? There was a woman in the cave. Was it Maya Fey? The accused, Sister Iris. Don't look so surprised. I locked her in there yesterday. I just finished telling you that. So, what about Maya? Where is she? There was no one else found inside the sacred cavern. No! It can't be! I told you, didn't I? He's dead. No! No! It seems that this case has come to an end. A tragic end. Sadly, it appears the killer of Elise the Oxnam, also known as Misty Fey, was her own daughter, Maya Fey. Overcome with guilt for what she had done, Maya Fey jumped to her death inside the raging waters of the Eagle River. It can't be. Right. Have you ever heard this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. No matter how improbable it may seem. What is that supposed to be, Prosecutor Goodell? According to this witness, Maya Fey threw herself into the Eagle River. However, is that really the truth? Remember, this woman testified earlier that the woods was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden. It seems that Maya had thrown herself into the river. It must have been from the temple side near the bridge. That's right. That's where she jumped from. That's impossible. It's impossible to jump into the river from there. What? Don't get your panties all twisted up, try it. Just relax and think through the whole thing again. So it's impossible. Maya couldn't have thrown herself into Eagle River. Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hotham claims Miss Fey threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Do you have any evidence that refutes this claim? Take that! It's impossible to tap into the Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than this witness! What did you say? 11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Let's take a look at this overhead map. As you can see, below the cliff on the inner temple side is a big rock shelf. Oh! You're right! She wouldn't have reached the river if she had jumped off from there. In other words, if she had jumped, we should be able to see her body in this photo! So you finally figured it out. You... No! Order! Order! You're just playing with me! My face body's in the bottom of the Eagle River! There's nowhere else he could possibly be hiding! Miss Hawthorne, have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth! Yes, just a few minutes ago. My Faye wasn't inside the thick cavern. We now know that she didn't throw herself into the Eagle River. Correct. That eliminates all the most likely possibilities. Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one other place he could be. What? What is this one possibility you were talking about? That's obviously a bluff. So where was her dead body then? Finally, the pieces are falling into place. Normally the living have no way to punish the dead. I think there was a way to give Dalhia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Shall I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? Shall I tell you where my this very answer my Faye is? There's only one possibility left. Namely, she's right here in this very courtroom. What? My Faye's here? You say she's here in my courtroom? Dalhia Hawthorne, I seem to recall that you said I had misunderstood one thing, you see. So what? But I think there's one more thing you misunderstood. What do you mean? Tell me something. At this very moment, who is channeling Dalhia Hawthorne? Why, that's obvious. It's poor Faye, a pathetic little sniveling what? Go on. Paul has tried, but he couldn't do it. Channeling someone is the first time it's happened. Is there any explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? What happens if someone else is already channeling the same spirit? Someone called me before Paul did? But who? Paul has even tried again on the day after the crime. But he couldn't do it. What could that mean? I think the truth is becoming clear to you right about now. Am I correct? Ah! It wasn't Paul that channeled you. There was someone who called you before she could. Take that! That is an easy one. Paul's couldn't do it, and Misty Faye is gone. There's only one possibility left. Come on already. I can't stand detention. Dalhia Hawthorne, the person channeling you right now must be Maya Faye. What? But how could that be? Remember what Dalhia Hawthorne said about her goal? She said her goal was to kill Maya Faye. Yes, that's right. If Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her. Well, Gramps, what would happen? Could it be? It looks like you finally understand, Your Honor. Well, I don't. What are you going on about? What I'm going on about is the reason Maya channeled you. And there's only one reason. Protect herself from you. To protect herself? From me? Yes. On that night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing. Killing Maya Faye. The path back to Escrow was closed off, and there was nowhere for her to run. Then the problem became, where would be the safest place to hide? Ow! You mean, that's when she channeled me? All this time you thought you had been channeled by Paws. That's right, never occurred to you. That Maya's hiding place was you! No, Don't say that! You're saying that I, Dalhia Hawthorne, was played for a fool by that little whelp? They killed herself! Isn't it obvious?
Objection!
Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into the Eagle River. This was the only avenue of escape open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the inner temple. I don't believe you. A stupid little girl like that who has never been out in the real world? She could never have come up with a plan like that. Who could have given her such a brilliant idea? Well, me, of course. Mia? Mia Fey. It's been a long time, Dalhia Hawthorne. So it's true. It was you. Yes. That's something else. But what? What are you doing here? Here. It's pause, right? Tell me something, Dalhia. I want you to think back to that night one more time. You had this call on Maya in the Inner Temple's garden. And then, in the final moments of the fight, you lost consciousness. I was stabbed by Maya Fey. Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you. Seated. I'm terribly surprised since he was about to be killed. Once he woke up, he was in the training hall. That's when Maya decided she needed help. So she channeled me. She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked me what I thought she should do. She did that? I can't believe it. Of course, I didn't have all the details. But one thing was perfectly clear. And that was, I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free. Me? What do you mean? It was a race against time. So I wrote down 2 things Maya had to do. Channel Dalhia Hawthorne as soon as possible, and lock herself in the sacred cavern until help arrived. So it was Maya who put the lock on there. Yes. Why did you order her to do those 2 things? If she hadn't done it, Dalhia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else. By one poor Fae. Pause? Yes. Poor didn't properly understand the plan. All she was trying to do was follow her mother, Morgan Fay's instructions. If she had succeeded in channeling Dalhia Hawthorne's spirit, things would have turned out very badly, to put it mildly. So that's how it was. Dalhia Hawthorne would have been using the body of poor Fay to kill Maya at all costs. Yes, it certainly sounds like that was the intent all along. How dare you! I won't forget this! Why not just admit it, Dalhia Hawthorne? Your little plan was nothing but a big failure! Yes, another failure to add to the pile of shame, wouldn't you say? What did you mean by another? Think about it, Dalhia. Remember all your past crimes? Not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure. What? How dare you! 11 years ago? Fake kidnapping? Your very first crime. You got your hands on a $2 million diamond, but... After Terry Falls escaped and went to meet with Dalhia Hawthorne, the truth was exposed. Shut your mouth! That wasn't my fault! Because of that stupid oaf of a prisoner and that weakling of a policewoman! And then, 1 year later, you tried to kill me. Well, I'm still alive, but... you end up killing someone else. As a result, you were sentenced to death. It's one stupid move after another for you, but it's no longer funny. You wipe that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face! And now this. You've messed up again. You let Maya Fey escape, even though she was right there in front of you! Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Mia Fey! You spinster! I was supposed to kill Maya Fey, like I swore I would! If only you had gotten that spiky-haired, chocolate guilty verdict, I would have been hanged to death! True. But I think you finally understand Dalhia, Hawthorne. You will never defeat me. What? What did you say? Whether you're alive, dead, or somewhere in between, you'll never defeat me. As long as I'm around, you're destined to lose for all of eternity. I remember what you said earlier in the trial. You said that there was no way we could punish you, because you were already dead. What about it? You said, even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on, forever. That's very true, Dalhia. And that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. For all of eternity, you'll have to remain as Dalhia Hawthorne. A miserable, pathetic, weak creature who can never win at anything. And for you, there's no escape from that. No hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you had burnt to a crisp. You're wrong. It can't be. How could I lose to the likes of you? It no longer matters. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. The only thing I want is for you to come out of Maya's body right now! Not ready to go! Nick? Sis? Now, I assume you are the real Iris. Yes, I was just rescued from the sacred cavern. I must say, you and your twin sister are indeed identical from what I can see. In any case, it appears that everything has finally been cleared up. If you ask me, Your Honor, it looks like she went back to the hell she came from. It appears that Misty Faye wasn't the only victim of this crime. Faye, as well as the young Paul, also victims of this wicked and selfish plan. Yes, Your Honor. The tragedy of Medium Valley has finally come to an end, it seems. It would be best for everyone if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again. Your Honor? Yes, what is it? About this whole spirit medium thing. It's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now. Frank, my younger brother is quite judgmental. He often criticizes me for not studying hard enough. That's why I made a considerate effort to study up on the kawaii channeling technique. Hey, isn't that the New Year's issue of Cult? I've done quite a few things in my many years on the bench. And all that time, I finally learned this one thing. Each case is different and takes place in its own ward, if you will. In order to fully understand that ward, first we have to immerse ourselves in it completely. And that's where my brother and I used to differ. I never thought of it that way. At any rate, it's time to pass judgment in the case of Iris of Hazakura Temple.
Objection!
You're a little too fast with that gravel, Your Honor. What do you mean by that, Mr. Goodell? This trial, it isn't over yet. That's what he means. What? That's right. Remember what Miss Eva Spirit said in her testimony? Huh? Dalhia's testimony? Cut up and front the stone lantern. Then check out the dagger I got from the storeroom, man. Strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. I think I was stabbed. Just as Dalhia Hawthorne was about to attack Maya, she was stabbed and killed by someone. Yes, that's right. The person that was ultimately killed was the spirit medium that channeled Dalhia. At least the Oxnum. No, Misty Faye. But you killed her. We still don't know who did it. This isn't over? Unless someone else is found guilty, the accused is still on trial. We can't let her walk into there. There is no evidence that proves her innocence. No way. But this court isn't prepared for any further testimony. The prosecution is ready to call out our final witness. Final witness? This one will clear up the whole mystery. The mystery of who killed Misty Faye. Indeed. Is it really alright, Mr. Prosecutor? Of course it's alright, Madam Attorney. Very well then. Who is this final witness? Isn't it obvious? There's one person who saw the whole event who will put the final dagger in this case. Someone who saw the murder take place? The very person who saw her own mother killed in front of her eyes. You mean Maya? She can't testify after what she's just been through. We need to find the truth. The prosecution calls Maya Faye to the witness stand. Very well. First, we'll take a brief recess. We'll have to wait for Miss Faye to recover before summoning her. it so you lessen up. What is it? I don't think much of you as a lawyer. It's always the same with you. You somehow managed to just scoot by without even a faint understanding of the case. Some beautiful woman always seems to come dashing in at the last minute to save you. You got Sumner! But that's not going to happen this time. This time, you're going to have to do this by yourself. That's enough. This court is now in recess. I'm truly sorry about everything. You were working so hard to defend me. But I was missing all day and we didn't even have a chance to talk. She's right. I met Iris at the training hall yesterday. They had all these switched places. Iris was inside the sacred cavern. I wanted to at least be in the defendant's box today to root you on. Well, it wasn't your fault. You were locked up this whole time. There's something more important than that, though. I have to ask you. Why did you help your sister out as much as you did? Huh? If you had tried to get help at the sacred cavern yesterday, you would have spent the entire day locked up in there. My sister, I felt sorry for her. She was abandoned by our mother and never got any love from our father either. Yes, but it was the same for you too, wasn't it? Yes, at least I had Sister Bikini. She was like a mother to me. Only Dalhia had come with me to Sakura Temple. I always loved her. Dalhia was always so smart, so strong, she never complained about a thing. That's why I had promised her that I would help her. Talking about the fake kidnapping case 11 years ago? Yes, I want to be useful to her in some way. But as usual, I was so cowardly. At the last minute, I ran away. Because of that. Dalhia's stepsister Valerie ended up... That was the case that wounded me so badly. But things don't end there, of course. Some people suspected that my sister was involved in the murder. Some people... You must mean, yes, 2 defense attorneys. BFA and Diego Armando. After poisoning Mr. Armando, who was getting too close to learning the truth, Dalhia even tried to kill the person who had unknowingly hid the poison for her. You. That's right. Iris, there's one more thing that I have to ask you. Yes? What is it? On the night of the murder, the person that cleaned up the corpse of the victim, at least Deoxnum, was it really you? Yes, it was me. That night, after I rang the lights out bell, I went back to my room. At around 10:30, I received a call on my cell phone. There's a problem. Come to the inner temple right away. I got on the snowmobile and headed for the inner temple. But... after the inner temple was cut off, right? Exactly. Can't just leave the body here. So you got to do this exactly as I say, got it? actual mortal weapon was the staff. Yes, that's why I brought the body back to Hazako Temple on the snowmobile. But why? Why did you alter the body? I don't want anyone to know that the staff was the mortal weapon. I don't want to leave anything that would lead back to Mr. Faye. I dressed her in a robe and stabbed her with this Soto. I wiped the blood off the staff and left it next to her on the ground. Iris, just tell me one last thing. Tell me the name of the person that called your cell phone. The Will Killer. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I can't do it. I can't say who did it. I see. Defend it! Yes? The judge is calling you. He wants you to see you in his chambers. He has some questions about Dalhia Hawthorne. Alright. Well then, I'll see you later. There's something I want to tell you. Oh. Okay. Something he wants to tell me? So it's true. I was cooperated with the Will Killer. Maybe even from the very beginning. Phoenix. Mia! How is Maya doing? Physically, I'm not worried. So recover completely. But emotionally, I feel hurt very badly by this case. I see. You don't mean this is not who Elise Jackson really was? Yes. I went to the medical office to talk with her. I told her everything I knew. But why? I is stronger than you think. I knew she could take it. All of it. What do you mean by that? I want you to figure that answer out by yourself. The trial is about to restart. The Will Killer? Do you know who it is yet? Iris won't tell me who called her, but still. I think it's just maybe. I know who it was. That night, the victim was killed in the garden of the Inner Temple. And the criminal was killed by accident. Which means the killer knew of Dalhia's plan from the very beginning. And one more thing. The victim was moved to the Hazako Temple side by the pendulum. In other words, the criminal couldn't cross the bridge. They were stuck on the Inner Temple side for almost the entire day. Exactly. So the culprit is someone that wasn't in Hazako Temple the following day. That's as much help as I can give you. The rest of the battle is yours to win. Or lose. Okay, I've got it. Thank you, Mia. Finally, it's almost time to bring this case to an end. What exactly did Maya see anyway? And who was it that actually killed Misty Faye? Whoever it was, I have to prove it. All by myself.